This video is about the real truth of being an entrepreneur. There are 4 important truths you need to know of what it really takes and what it's really like to be an entrepreneur. To find out what those truths are, please stay tuned to this video. Welcome to the SCG Show, the home of education entertainment, and please do me a favor, if you really enjoyed this video, smash that like button. I would really appreciate it. An entrepreneur is a person who sets up a business or businesses, taking on financial risks in the hope of profit. I have been a self-employed entrepreneur for almost 12 years. My father, God rest his soul, was in business for himself for many decades, as was his father before him. So you could say being in business for ourselves runs in the family. However, all 3 of us are in completely different industries and businesses. My grandfather was a successful hairdresser for many years, and my father was in the hospitality industry for a long time until he sadly passed away recently. And some of my mentors, who are all self-made entrepreneurs and millionaires themselves, are in different industries. Some are stock traders, some are accountants, some are real estate moguls, and so on. I have networked a great deal with entrepreneurs, read dozens of books, seen people become success gradually, and seen people fail horribly as well. I've seen people go bankrupt and completely turn their finances around in the space of a few months to a year. My point being is, I believe I have a little bit of experience and I've run several businesses myself and know plenty about this subject of entrepreneurship. I am not a fake guru telling you to become a millionaire overnight or showing off a Lamborghini or piles of money or a lavish lifestyle, and I'm not trying to sell you a course on business either. My goal with this video is hopefully to tell you the truth on what it really takes to be an entrepreneur. And in all honesty, anybody can be an entrepreneur if they want to. However, not everybody can be an entrepreneur. Some people are destined to work for others, and there's nothing wrong with a 9-to-5 or a job. In fact, I'm envious sometimes of the steady flow of income that a job can give you, with little to no stress or drama involved to running a business. My advice when watching this video is to please have an open mind, to question absolutely everything you hear and read, including this video. Of course, I will be massively generalizing as well, and hopefully I'll be offering real-world examples and stories to my arguments on the truth of being an entrepreneur. Let's begin. Now, this may seem really obvious, but being an entrepreneur is really hard. It's challenging, stressful, and can literally make or break a person. I knew a guy who was a self-made millionaire. He made all of his money running a string of successful jewelry stores and invested in real estate over the years. He was so successful. He was a happy guy, happily married, and he had a great life. Then he was working hard on a brand new investment, one that was going to help him officially retire. And he said, when I pulled this deal off, he said, I'm never going to work another day again. But sadly, through no fault of his own, this deal fell apart. It was really a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, something he worked hard on for most of his life. And just like that, it was taken away from him. This man slumped into an immediate depression. He couldn't handle the failure. Then unfortunately his health worsened rapidly, and he died at 55. He had no underlying issues, no virus, no other issues. He was just tipped over the edge, all from one deal. I'm not telling you this to scare you. I'm just trying to be real with you. Being an entrepreneur is really hard. It's no picnic. And anybody telling you that business is easy have no idea what they're talking about. There are 1,000,001 issues that can happen to an entrepreneur. And because you're in charge, you're the boss, meaning you've got to deal with it. A successful cafe owner last year had his shop vandalized one fateful night. Again, randomly and for no reason at all. The scumbags ransacked the place, destroyed years upon years of hard work and furniture and so on. All the paintings, everything was destroyed. Utterly heartbroken, the cafe owner never wanted to open again. He sold his dismantled shop and retired abroad. And completely miserable with his life, he cursed the vandals who destroyed his legacy. The cafe had been in his family for many generations. Business of any kind is hard. It is foolish to think otherwise. Now, thanks to the internet and social media, being an entrepreneur of any kind is seen as a get-rich-quick thing. There is no such thing as get-rich-quick. I will repeat that. There is no such thing as get-rich-quick. But this person has made a fortune overnight, you might say, or they've got loads of money. How did they do it? How are they making this much money? Shopify, whatever. Okay, sure. Let's assume they have made this money. They've got rich quick. Those are the sort of people that blow their money overnight too. Why do you think so many lottery winners end up broke and depressed? Remember, slow and steady wins the race. The tortoise always beats the hare in that story. Business takes time, nurturing, patience, and a hell of a lot of work. Netflix originally started as a home delivery service to compete with Blockbuster Video. Then DVDs came out, and then they were playing catch up with that. And when they were on their last legs, Netflix decided to get into streaming. And look at them now. An overnight success over 20 years in the making. There's no such thing as an overnight success. A man I know lives an amazing lifestyle, travels the world, never worries about money, and is a very generous man. Foolishly, I wanted to be like him. However, he's twice my age. I'm early 30s, he's in his 60s. He turned to me and he said, "It's going to take you a long time to get to my stage. So enjoy the journey." I need you to take on board the following regarding being an entrepreneur. You're not going to be a millionaire overnight. You're not going to own a sports car overnight. You're not going to be earning six figures in the next month. You're not going to be earning a Rolex. You're not going to be living luxuriously overnight. Business takes time, energy, effort, and money and patience. Do not believe what fake gurus are telling you, aka the opposite. All they're doing is try to sell you an expensive course which offers no value that you probably already know. I'm not going to single out who these people are, but I'm sure you do know who they are. And if you don't, do your research. Be patient, grind, and work hard on yourself and your business. Are you enjoying this video? If you are, please hit the like button. I would really appreciate it. Being an entrepreneur is stressful, especially if you're unorganized, you procrastinate and you're lazy, you try to cut corners all the time, you never face problems or situations head on, you lack real confidence and self-belief, you're dreadful with budgeting and basically bad with money, you have really poor leadership skills, or worst of all, you can't make a decision at all. As an entrepreneur, the buck stops and starts with you and you alone. A man I know owns several real estate investment properties that he manages himself. He has over 25, 30, even 40 tenants, and says, "If I don't collect the rent, if I don't fix the maintenance issues, if I don't deal with these problems and manage the properties, then who will?" Look, sure, he can hire an agent, but enjoys doing the work himself and saves the money of the agency fees. Remember, as the entrepreneur, you're in charge, and that can be stressful and cause anxiety. You can be on vacation, out for dinner, sleeping, at a party, and if your phone goes off and there's something that's an emergency that you got to deal with, guess what needs to happen? Yep, you've got to deal with it. Even if you've delegated the responsibility, as the entrepreneur, it always stops with you. Again, it's not easy being an entrepreneur. It comes with immense responsibility and tasks that must be done. My father was successful in the hospitality industry. However, he was always so stressed. He said, "I love what I do, but damn does it stress me out." That is why when he used to come home very late at night on his rare days off, he would unwind and sleep on the sofa watching Seinfeld or another comedy show. I remember him also being on vacation, turning to a family friend, almost in tears, saying, "Thank you for dragging me on this vacation. I really needed this." I feel you, Dad, and all you entrepreneurs out there stressed right now. It is stressful being an entrepreneur. Now, one perk of being an entrepreneur, which is true, is the freedom. I'm not speaking of just financial freedom, but the freedom of choice. You work the hours you wish. You take the vacations within reason you wish. You're the boss. You decide what you want to do. You're the captain of your fate. You're the master of your destiny. And to some who are natural born leaders, that's amazing. Some are strong and smart enough to take difficult decisions to steer the course. A very successful entrepreneur I know took the hard decision of closing a fashion business that he had for over 30 years. It was no longer making money, causing stress, and he absolutely hated it. However, he said, I'm going to get into real estate investment and management instead of fashion. 20 years later, he said, by doing that choice, that difficult choice, I've created the freedom to enjoy my life. He made the right decision, but he could have continued to suffer and lose money. However, he calculated the risk to change business models, and it's paid off for him. One thing I love about being an entrepreneur is the freedom of choice. I hated working for someone else, and I absolutely love working for me. And there's nothing wrong with working for someone else or having a job. But I oversee my destiny, and whether I win or fail, it lies with me. And as a natural born leader, I'm happy with things this way instead. So the next time you think about becoming an entrepreneur, hopefully you will remember the real truth. I wish you all the best of luck in your ventures. Thank you so much for watching this video.